Hi Simon, how are you?
Very good, thanks. Although I think I'm going to have to pronounce your name Ahmed because my throat's not working
It's
today. I can't get that H sound.
it's
Oh, I'm losing you, Ahmed.
okay.
Let me just check my connection. No, I'm on Ethernet. Okay. Oh, maybe I've just lost you. Ahmed, if you're talking, I can't hear you right now. I think we might have a bad connection. Well, that's too bad. All right, well, let me just check to make sure my internet connection is okay. Oh, everyone's coming in. Hi, Raphael. How are you, sir?
Hi, Simon.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, let me just check something. I want to make sure I'm not downloading anything. No. Can everybody hear me today?
I can.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, so unfortunately, it's just our connection with Ahmed for some reason. He has a bad connection. Since I taught last year, guys, I've upgraded my internet connection, so we shouldn't have any issues. But every now and then, well, technology fails us. So I want to welcome everybody to a Friday night class. Actually, it's Thursday, isn't it? A Thursday night class. It feels like a Friday because I'm not working tomorrow. Raphael, how is your week going?
It was a little tiring, but I had plenty of things to do and some projects I had to finish, and it was okay. I think it was a productive week for me.
Excellent. That's always good, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually don't have any classes tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, if you can believe that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm both jobs. I'm not working tomorrow, so that'll be nice. I see my neurosurgeon tomorrow, so I get back injections, big needles like this.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I look forward to it.
Really?
Yeah, because when you've got back pain, anything that stops it is good.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a new point of view, at least for me.
You'll understand someday if you have back pain. Hyde, how
Yes.
are things in Japan?
Japan. Now we call it Golden Week. There are three national holidays.
3
Then
national holidays.
yes. Then people take
Take time off?
time off to connect to these holidays. So they have a long holiday from Saturday to next Monday. No, Monday. Yes, Monday.
So
So
sometimes we call that an extended holiday.
hmm
Or we might just say extended
now
long
Japan
weekend.
economy is very good. So many people, many employed, their wage rose up from this month.
Hmm.
Then many people went abroad.
Well, I haven't seen any Japanese in my area yet.
hmm
So nobody's traveled this far yet.
Oh, main destination for their travelers is Thailand this year,
Hmm.
and Hawaii or Guam or some European countries.
Sounds good. Well, I'm glad that you have some time off. That's always nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I had some strange noise. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Who else do we have in our class today? Wow, class is filling up. Heba. Hello, Heba.
Hello.
Did I say your name properly, Heba?
Yeah,
Excellent. Where are you from?
I'm from Kuwait.
Kuwait. Oh, I wish I was there right now. It's so cold here.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, you probably would like my weather, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, before you agree to that, switching climates, right now it's 13 degrees.
Oh my God. Well, we're reaching 40 now.
Yeah, I could honestly. I need some warm weather. I'm starting to lose it.
Oh,
Actually, I'm tired too because I haven't had dinner, so I might look a little tired. Maybe my pronunciation will be a little off. Let's see if you guys can catch any mistakes I make today.
okay.
All right, and let's see who else do we have here. Donald, a regular student. Hello, Donald.
Hello, teacher.
How was your week, Donald?
It's good. I think so.
Easy going?
Mm,
Let me hear you say easy going.
easy going. Okay, this word is new for me.
Yeah, it's a way of saying relaxing, not too hard, relatively easy.
Yeah, it's easy going for me.
Yeah, excellent.
Because today day off is International World Day.
International World Day.
Yes.
Well, I'm celebrating that by taking tomorrow off.
Tomorrow it will be off for me as well, teacher.
Awesome. Now, depending on how my day goes, if there's a spot that opens up, I might take it, but I may just enjoy the day off tomorrow.
It will be day off on Monday for me as well because on Sunday there will be an election in my country.
There is an election?
Yeah, to be president.
Oh, I don't think I'll be able to apply.
I will vote on Sunday, but the government give us Monday free for us.
Well, I wish you the best. I hope you get a good government. All right, Ahmed, can you hear me now? Ahmed? No, we were having audio problems before. So let's see, who else? And Randy. Hello, Randy.
Hi, Simon. How are you?
Good, sir. Welcome to class.
Thanks.
How was your week?
It was not bad, not good, but pretty good.
That's good. It's good. I'm glad you had a pretty okay week. And beside you, we have, who is this? Miriam. Miriam.
Yes.
Hi, Miriam. How are you?
Very fine, thank you. And you?
Very well, thanks. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Ah, yes, South America.
Yeah.
Do you live by the coast or inland?
Inland.
Is it hot there right now?
No, not really.
See, what's going on with the Americas? It's not hot anywhere.
I don't know, perhaps it was the polar vortex that took place at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but that polar vortex has not left yet.
Really?
Yes, it's 13 degrees. Actually, it was 13 degrees. Let's see what the temperature is right now. Current temperature, oh, it's dropped a few degrees. It's now 10 degrees.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, too cold.
Yeah.
Well, guys, here we are at another pronunciation class. What I want to do is go around the room and help you guys work on sounds that you might be having trouble with. Now, I usually like to start off with word pairs, as it's a good way to get a little bit of practice. And there are a lot of us in class. So I'm going to start off with a word pair. I will speak it first. Okay, so there's two words. And I'm using the group chat. Okay? So if you can't find the group chat, move your mouse to the very top left of the screen and click on that blue box. It says chat. Okay, that's where I'm going to be pasting the two words. All right, Raphael, I'll start with you. listen to me and then repeat after me. Look, luck.
Look, luck.
Very good. One more time, please.
Look, luck.
Excellent. Randy.
Okay. Look, luck.
Good. One more time. Look,
Look, luck.
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 Look at his luck. Randy?
Look at what?
Sorry, repeat the sentence as you were. Look at his luck.
Look at his luck.
Yeah, look at his luck. So you'll notice that when we say the words separately, look, the K is very strong. We have a strong pronunciation, but in the sentence we soften it a bit so we have flow. Look at his luck. All right, thank you, Randy. Miriam, look, luck.
Look, luck.
Okay, a little slower. Look, luck.
Look, luck.
Perfect. Yeah, guys, we're not in a rush here. It's best to go slow so we make sure we get it right. And again, for those of you who haven't had a turn yet, look at how my mouth moves for look and then luck. It's like I'm smiling with luck. Very different. Okay? Joseph,
Look, luck.
a little slower.
Look, luck.
Yeah, good. So I can hear two distinct words. Bit of an accent, but very good. Look, luck. Hyde.
Look, luck.
Very good. Luck.
Luck.
Heba.
Yes. Look, luck.
Excellent. Very well done. Donald. Have we lost Donald?
I'm your teacher. No, I'm sorry. Lo.
Okay, so we're going to work on these a little bit. Look, put your lips like this. Look.
Lo.
Now smiling. Luck.
Lo. La.
Okay. Now what's one thing that you're not doing right? Do you know what it is?
Okay. The word at the end.
Yeah, the K at the end, it's not silent. We got to keep working on that. Now, what I would like you to do is if you could do this 3 or 4 times a day for the next week, I want you to practice words like look, luck, truck, stuck, anything with a hard consonants at the end. Just basic, simple words.
I will do it, teacher.
Yeah, because I want you to try this. Say K.
Say
K. K.
Say K.
Oh, who's got the music in the background?
It's not me, teacher.
Please turn it down.
We have just learned this new information.
Okay, I don't know who's doing that, but I'm going to have to start muting people if... Thank you. All right, so say this, please. Ka.
Ka.
Okay. Lo.
Lo.
Ka.
Ka.
Look. Ka.
Look. Ka.
Look.
Lo.
Now, see, you can say the sound ka. You've just got to be very.
Look. Yes.
Look. Look.
Lo. Lo.
Better. See, you might think it doesn't sound right the way you're doing it. In fact, you're not being as strong as you need to be. So be very forceful on that sound. Trust me, it'll make a big difference. People will understand you better. I can hear you clearly. It's just that last syllable you're having trouble with. So practice that 4 times a day, okay, Donald?
Yeah, I will do it, teacher. But I know it's okay. You're available. It's hard for me.
I know, and you know what? That's why I say 3 or 4 times a day because it isn't easy. It's exercises you've got to do, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, Ahmed, can you hear me?
Yeah, could you hear me?
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, great.
Could you say the 2 words, please?
Yeah. Look, luck.
Well done. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so very similar sound coming up, but they're slightly different. I want to see if you guys are good with this. So, sock, suck. Raphael.
Sock, suck.
Sock, see, it's the same as look.
Sock.
Sock.
Sock, suck.
Very good. Excellent. Everybody look at my lips. For sock, it's sock. For the other word, it's suck. Sock, suck. This really makes a big difference. If I keep my lips the same way, sock, suck, they sound identical, right?
Do you have to open our mouths? Suck.
Or suck, yes. If we don't, the words sound identical. Randy. Randy, you're on mute.
Sock, sack.
Sock. One more time, Randy. Sock.
Sock.
Suck.
Sack.
Randy, what's your native language?
French.
Okay. And what is a big difference between French and English in the type of sounds that we make? French is a very what kind of language compared to English?
I don't know.
Nasal sounds.
Nasal sounds? Okay.
In English, we don't have nasal sounds. And being French, it can be sometimes difficult because the French language sounds beautiful with those nasal sounds. But in English, it doesn't work as much. So what I like to do for some students who have nasal sounds in their language, we pinch our nose like this. And as I'm speaking English, you don't notice much of a difference. In fact, my voice doesn't sound any different because I don't have any nasal sounds. So what I would like you to try, Randy, is pinch your nose so the air can't come out, and try those two words again and see if you feel any pressure on your fingers.
Okay. Sock, sack.
Okay, first of all, much better. Now, did you feel any pressure on your fingers?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So to me, they sounded perfect, like a native English speaker, because you're not having the air come through your nose. So when you're speaking English and you're trying to improve your pronunciation, pinch your nose. When you feel pressure, you know that you're producing those nasal sounds. And that's a good trigger to let you know not to do that.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Joseph, when we get to your turn, I'll certainly do that.
Okay, teacher.
Miriam. Sock, suck.
Sock, sack.
Sock, suck.
Sock, sack.
Very good, thank you. Joseph, you had a special request.
Yes, teacher. I always have a problem with this word. Rat. I think it's rat, but I'm not sure.
Oh, these are good old English words from many, many hundreds of years ago. I love these words. But most English students hate them, okay, because they don't look at all what they sound like. I ought to teach you the right way, okay? So, say aw, aw. It's like your doctor when he says say ah, only it's aw. Okay, ought.
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 Okay, brought.
Brought.
Sought.
Sought.
Bought.
Bought.
Fought.
Fought.
Yeah, they're all these words. Almost every single one that I can even think of right now has an ought sound to it.
Ought.
Yeah, ought.
So it's wrote. Wrote. Is it the pronunciation?
Yeah, that's
Wrote.
perfect. Perfect.
Simon.
Who asked that question?
Sometimes I hear people saying brush with the F sound at the end. Is that incorrect?
Well, it depends on what word you're saying. So can you type the word for me?
No, the same word, brush.
No, that's wrong.
It's wrong?
Because otherwise you're saying this word, brush.
Okay.
Now, maybe you're thinking of this kind of word, through, or enough. Okay? See, look at the difference between through and thought. They have a T at the end. Okay, so we've got a couple of words here. We have OGH words or OUGHT words. Ought or ah. No, sorry, through, oo, or ought. They're different kinds of sounds. But let me go through the rest of the class first. We can come back to that. Hyde, can you say sock, suck, please?
Sock, suck.
Excellent, bang on. Heba.
Sock, suck.
Perfect, excellent. Donald. Donald, I want you to go slow here.
Saw. Saw.
No, without that sound, they're sounding alike to me.
Okay.
So, sock, suck.
Okay. Saw. Saw.
Okay, I notice the difference in the vowel, but without that consonant, again, it's impossible to tell what word you're saying. Now, one thing you might want to do too, Donald, is this class is recorded. You can watch it later.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you know you have this issue, so just take time to go over those words and practice it. Maybe spend an hour. And
Yes.
just, it's frustrating, I know.
Yes, I will practice with this class later.
Thank you. Ahmed. Ahmed, could you say sock and suck, please?
I just forget it. Sorry. Sock, suck.
One more time. Sock,
Sock,
suck. Perfect. Excellent. All right. What I would like to do now, guys, we found a few trouble areas. I've helped Randy to isolate nasal sounds, and for those of you who speak language that have nasal sounds as well, it's always a good tool or technique. Pinch your nose, and if you feel pressure on your fingers when you're speaking, you know you're producing those nasal sounds. And in English, we don't have any. As you can tell by me pressing here, you really can't tell a difference between when my fingers are on my nose and when they're not on my nose. Okay? So what I would like to do now is I want to open the class up. If you guys have any sounds you want help with or any words you want help with, let me know. If somebody else is talking, type them in the chat and you'll be next. Okay, Ahmed, let's look at those again. Look.
Lock, sorry.
Oh, lock. Okay, so let's do the words you did correctly. Look.
Look.
Luck.
Luck.
Okay, luck is very similar to this word you're having trouble with. So, look, we have the O sound. Okay.
Look.
Now, the word you're having trouble with, this is how I would pronounce it. Lock.
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 Good. Look, luck, lock.
Look. Lock. Lock.
Perfect. Okay. Very well. Very good. All right, so let's jump to Joseph.
Okay,
Joseph, let me hear you say those words first.
Thought, do. Thought,
Well,
do.
you know what, Joseph? That's pretty good. So let me help you a little bit. There's a bit of a reflection here. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see my mouth. Thought. Think. Though.
Yeah.
Though. So we got that TH sound with though, right? I stick my tongue between my teeth. Think. Though. Think. I'm getting tongue-tied.
So does
Thought.
it start with a D sound?
Think.
Though.
Think. Oh.
O. So it's kind of like saying the TH sound and a long O. Though. That's a 0, actually. Though.
Though. Though.
Yeah. OUGH is just O. Sorry, the computer's auto-correcting for me. Ah, it did it again. Sorry, guys, I've got auto-correct on and it won't let me do it. O. O.
Oh. Oh. Though.
How many of you guys have a smartphone that auto-corrects for you all the time?
All of us, I think.
Yeah. Have you ever sent an embarrassing message because it changed the meaning of what you meant to say? Now, maybe it's just me. Okay, so back to, sorry, let me get back to the lesson. So, Joseph, you want to say those words again, please?
Thought, think, though.
Though, and again, don't rush through this. I don't know if it's normal to speak fast in your language, but in English, as you guys are learning, speed is not what you need, right? Just use a normal speed.
Can you show me again how you say the word thought? Thought?
Thought.
Yeah, okay.
And keep in mind, I speak with what you would consider a North American dialect, a standard North American dialect. This is a little different than if I spoke with a British English, but not hugely. All right, Randy, that's a big word. I wonder if I can pronounce that. Okay, so let's break it up. Now, there's more than 3 syllables in this word, but there's 3 basic parts. Inter.
Inter.
Yeah, it's pretty common. We have that as a prefix to many words.
Yeah.
Then there's change.
Change.
Very good. Able.
Able.
Okay, so that's where we're having a slight problem on the B, but let's hear the whole word. Interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Okay, that's very good. Again, I notice a slight accent on the end. Bull. Say this word.
Bull.
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 Interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Much better. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, look at it this way. Interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Okay.
Okay.
So able is like saying a bull.
Able.
Okay. And again, try this. Able.
Able.
Okay. Now I'm going to say it. We're going to do this about 5 times in a row. And again, you might want to watch this class later so you can hear how I'm saying it. So,
Okay.
able.
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 Interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Okay. Now your accent isn't a bad accent. It's soft enough. We can tell that you're French, and it's not at a point where people won't understand what you're saying. So the question I would have for you, Randy, is how much do you want to eliminate your French accent when you're speaking English? Because it's not getting in the way, at least in this case, it's not getting in the way of people understanding you.
Okay.
Okay? And that's a good point to mention, people. Some of you want to eliminate as much of your accent when you're speaking another language. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Most cases, that's not essential. There's nothing wrong with having an accent. It adds color to the way you speak. What you want to focus on is removing as much as the accent as you can when speaking English so that people understand you clearly. And not just native English speakers. As you can see in this class, I'm the only native English speaker. And this is representative of the real world. Come to Canada, the United States, or England, you're going to be speaking to more than native English speakers. And that's why speed is a killer, so don't go too fast. Hide. Let me hear you say the word children.
Children. It's very difficult.
Why are you laughing? You said that perfectly.
Children.
Children. Why, in Japanese, is that a funny word?
No, I can say child, but children. It's very difficult. L and R.
Chill. Chill.
Children. Children.
No, the D isn't silent. Dren.
Children.
Children.
Children is difficult. Children.
Yeah, it's a very Germanic word. Children.
Children.
Yeah. It's like house or kindergarten. Those are German words. English is a German language. Okay. Class is half over, so we've still got a lot left to do. Are there any other words you guys want help with? Okay, Raphael. Whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Whirl?
Whirlwind.
Okay, so let's slow down. We're going to work on the first part of that. Perfect. Let's keep repeating it. Bye, Hyde. Okay, perfect. Were. Okay, this is where we're going to get a little difficult. Hold on. Whirl. Okay, so it's the L that's throwing you. Let's get up close here. Whirl. See, where's my tongue? Okay. See, I can't speak when I'm doing that, but notice, where was my tongue? My tongue goes to the roof of my mouth. Whirl. To get that L, what you have to do, Raphael, is you go for, as soon as you finish saying whir, you have to put your tongue to your roof of your mouth. Whirl. Better. Whirl. Whirlwind. Better. Do you notice how you're getting the sound a bit more now?
Yes.
We've still got some more work to do on it. So again, the L sound, whir. See, that's not the L. Notice my lips, whir. My tongue's out of the way. But to finish, my tongue then moves to the top of my mouth. Whirl. Say Lisa. Say Lisa. Perfect. Whirl. So what I want you to do now is, this is kind of going to sound a little silly, but just listen. We got two words here, whir and Lisa. Say whir, Lisa.
Lisa.
Whir Lisa.
Lisa.
Faster.
Lisa.
Faster.
Lisa.
Faster.
Lisa.
Okay, now what I want you to do is this. Get ready to say Lisa, but don't say the Isa part.
Whirl.
Better, yeah. Whirl. Whirlwind. Guys, how was that? Isn't that a huge improvement?
Yes.
Yeah. They're not just saying that. See, guys, we're doing a bit of a trick here. For most of you, you can say these sounds. They're not absent completely from your language. But we have to trick the brain. Okay?
Teacher, you have the tricks.
Well, that's what I try to do, right? Because...
Teacher, help me with the words that I put.
Okay, well, there's a few words now. Let me just say first, we've got some new students joining, Keiko, and I haven't heard from Ahmed. Guys, if you, I don't want you guys not to have a chance to speak, so please, do you guys have any words you want to say? Okay, Ahmed, I want you to say this word for me, emphatically. Oh, we lost him, unfortunately. Okay, Keiko. Keiko, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay. Donald. No, some guys are just listening. Okay. Heba.
Yes.
Emphatically.
Emphatically.
Okay, let me slow it down. M.
M.
Fat.
Fat.
Ick.
Ick.
Alley.
Alley.
Emphatically.
Emphatically.
Okay, so let me break it up again. Emphatic alley.
Emphatic alley. Emphatically.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Now, Joseph, I want you to say it.
Emphatically. Emphatically.
Very good. You were putting the emphasis on the fa, just very simply, emphatically.
Emphatically.
Okay, very good. All right, now to do Randy's, I'm going to pick on somebody else because I want all of you guys to participate. Miriam, could you say the word nonchalantly, please?
Nonchalantly.
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 Thank you. Randy, can you say the word nonchalantly, please?
Nonchalantly.
Randy, you're not having any problems at all.
Nonchalantly. Yeah, but I heard it before.
Yeah, and don't worry. You know, sorry, I'm tired. I can't speak English right now.
Are you drunk?
No, you know what? I'm close. When you're tired, it's a very similar feeling to being drunk.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? So hang in with me, guys. Okay, so let's see. Heba.
Yes.
Argentinian.
Argentinian.
Perfect. Very well done. Ahmed.
Yes. Sorry.
Argentinian.
Argentinian.
Emphatically.
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 Perfect. Donald, I'm hurt.
Her.
Okay, what you're saying is her.
Yes.
And this is the problem. That's why I really want you to practice over and over again. You
Yes,
can do this. You just got to speak slowly. Hurt.
Hurt.
Yeah, hurt.
Hurt.
So what I want you to do when you listen to the class again,
Yes.
say the root word, her. Wait a
Yeah.
second. Then the T or the da, k, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ahmed, I can't remember what words I said to you, but if you look in the group chat, they're all there. I don't know if I said nonchalantly, emphatically. I can't remember.
Emphatically. Yes. This one.
Okay. Emphatically.
Emphatically.
It's one of those words where you feel like you've got marbles in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm going to be cruel now. What does it mean? What does a teacher mean he's going to be cruel?
You're gonna ask for hard words?
No, I'm not going to do anything that mean. I'm going to do a tongue twister.
Okay.
Now, guys, what I want you to understand is, first of all, this is a lot of fun. Don't be embarrassed to make mistakes, because even I will make mistakes. Most English speakers cannot say these things. I know what you're thinking now. You're thinking, oh my God, if they can't say it, this must be really hard. It's not. We're going to do some exercises. I was going to do this at the beginning of class, but I was afraid I would scare you off. I have opened up Google Drive. If you guys could please open up Google Drive. Okay. And you should be able to see three short sentences. Okay. If I read it, it'll sound like this. She sells seashells. Well, let me get closer. You can see my lips. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Now, I said that very slowly, because if I didn't, I'd probably make a mistake. So at first, go slow, and then we're going to try to go faster. I expect you to make mistakes. And guys, if you feel that you're laughing, that's okay. That's a normal response to somebody making a mistake on a tongue twister. I do it too. All right? But let's try it. Raphael, could you please, would you have the courage to try this? You're on mute, sir.
With me?
Yes, sir. Could you read?
Okay. The first one. She sells by the seashore.
Okay, you said that fast. I want you to go a little slower.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Notice, everybody, how you got it perfect the second time because you went slower?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now say the whole thing.
The four?
All 4 lines.
The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Is that difficult, Raphael?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's tough. You feel like you're doing math exercises, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, that's the purpose. These are exercises for your mouth. Randy, go ahead, please.
Okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So, if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Thank you very much. Miriam.
She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Look at this. You're all getting them right, but I can tell you're ready to make a mistake. You can just sense it's your tongue and your lips are having to move and work. You're practicing your S and your sh sounds. Okay, Joseph.
Okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Very good. Only one mistake, but I probably would have made it myself. Good, Joseph. Okay, Heba.
She sells shells on the seashore. So if she sells shells on the shore, I don't know what to continue.
Okay, say the whole thing.
I don't have the sentence.
What do you mean? Do you have Google Drive open?
No, sorry.
You might want to open that.
Okay.
Donald, do you want to try this?
Yes. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore. I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Okay, Donald, I want to say I think you've done much better. This is tough. You did very, very well, but on some of the words like shells, you did the L very good. Sometimes you got it perfect, but most of the time you did very well. So a big improvement this class.
Yes.
Ahmed, your turn, please.
Okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Ahmed, I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay.
I want you to say it much faster now and try not to make a mistake.
She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Very good. Only one mistake, but I'm impressed. All right.
Thank you.
Who else would like to try and go even faster? It's always good to volunteer before I volunteer you. All right. Randy, go as fast as you can.
Okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Only one mistake. Very good. Excellent. Who else? Miriam, give it a shot. Fast as you can go.
She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Yeah, you're noticing a slight difference. It's harder, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Joseph.
She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells, so if she sells shells of the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Joseph, you know what? I don't think that was a challenge enough. I want you to go faster.
Oh, okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells are surely seashells, so if she sells shells of the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Yeah. You want to keep going as fast as you can until the point where you start to make mistakes. And it's a challenge, but it's also good exercises to help practice certain English sounds. Right, Heba, why don't you give it a try? You're on mute, Heba.
Yeah. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
All right, very good. Who should go next, guys?
Can I give it another shot?
Go ahead.
Okay, as fast as I can.
Yes, sir.
So, she sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. If she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Excellent.
One mistake.
It's okay. You guys want me to try?
Please do.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Now, I haven't done this one in a year. I used to teach this a lot, so I should be good at it, but I may still get it wrong. So here we go. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore. Seashore shells.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I told you, like, even I've done this many times, it's tough work. So, guys, if you want, go ahead and copy that down, because I'm going to put a new one up there shortly. Copy it down, and you can practice later. Remember, this class is also recorded, so you can watch it later if you want to. And sometimes, if you think, well, you've got a choice. Take another class or rewatch a class. And when should you do that? When you think that you learned a lot, but there's something missing. Go back and retake that again. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to paste a new one up here. All right, so let's change the color to something a whole lot better than blue. That's 18 is too big. Where's the color? Where's the color? I must be blind. I can't see where we changed the color. Oh, there it is, under the A. Okay, who wants to try this one?
Me, teacher.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it all fits. There we go. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. The Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Is Peter Piper picking a peck of pickled peppers? Where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper's picked?
Okay, so one thing to help you with, and this is another good sound, it's not picked, it's picked.
Peck. Okay.
Okay, picked. All right, who else wants to try?
Me.
Go ahead.
Okay. Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Pepper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Pepper picked?
All right, and for those of you who are a little less courageous, let me read it once at a normal speed so you can hear it how it sounds. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? A lot of p sounds, isn't it? All right, not a.
Piper.
All right, who wants to go next?
Me.
Okay, me, go ahead.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picks a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Very well done. Awesome. And I saw Miriam, you had your hand up. Miriam, why don't you give it a try?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Okay, I want to hear you say one word. Pickled.
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 Perfect. Yeah, so this is a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all tough the first time you say it, but they're good exercises for your mouth. Who else wants to go now?
I try.
Okay, go ahead, Randy.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, who else?
Me, teacher.
Go ahead, me.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
The word peck, please.
Peck.
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 Yeah, it's like a chicken pecking the ground. Peck.
Peck.
Yeah.
Peck.
Yeah. What a strange word. It's a strange word. It's just, I'm hearing that just peck. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. The sound. Anyhow, who else would like to go?
I'll go.
Okay, please go.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper? Did Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled pepper? If Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Pepper picked?
Okay, good. This is a good one, Heba, because it shows you're having some troubles with the P sound. And normally throughout class, your pronunciation has been very good. So I'm going to say it, and then I want you to try again. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Okay. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where is the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked?
Okay, so the only word I heard there that didn't sound right was peck.
Packed.
Peck.
Pecked. Pecked.
Peck. Just note peck.
Pecked.
Oh, you're doing pecked. So you just want to say peck.
Peck.
Perfect. Well done. Okay, guys, we've only got a handful of minutes left. Who wants to try this one again and go at light speed?
I try.
All right, Randy, go ahead.
Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Pepper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's a peck of pickled peppers Peter Pepper picked?
I know. All right.
That was really fun.
No, because you're going fast, and that's what's designed to happen. It trips you up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm doing this for another reason, too. I'm trying to show you what happens when you do speak fast. You will make mistakes. Even in your own language, you have tongue twisters. You speak really fast, you'll make mistakes. Again, let me try. I'll go really fast. I'm sure I'll make a mistake. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, you know, you're going to make mistakes. I'm sure if I practiced that for hours, I wouldn't make a mistake. But,
especially when you're tired or something.
Yeah, exactly. Now, as a takeaway, I'm going to give you one more that you guys can write down. This is really good if you speak Brazilian as well, because it's got some of those sounds that are just really tough. And I will say it for you guys, and then you can practice on your own. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Okay. Focusing on 3 different sounds with 3 different tongue twisters. This is what I normally do in my pronunciation classes. I usually start off with some word pairs, then we go into words that you guys have trouble with. That way, even though it's not a private class, you get a private focus on the sounds you have trouble with. And as you saw today, you will get some homework assignments. I will also try some tongue twisters to make it a little bit of fun. This class is usually full, and it's usually a similar structure because it seems to work. I'm only teaching 1 pronunciation class a week, but if you guys think you'd benefit from more, let me know. Now, just to give you a little bit of an update on my schedule, because I'm still not full-time. I only have about 6 to 10 classes a week. I do have 1 class Saturday morning, and this is an interesting class. It's called Countries and Nationalities Unscrambled. Basically, we focus on a country like Canada, and what is the nationality or the adjective? It would be Canadian, right? He is Canadian. So very simple in that way. Okay. Now, if somebody's from the United States, we don't call them a United Station, we call them an American. even though North America and South America has America in the continent name. If we look at the United Kingdom or England, we say English or British. It's an ISH, right?
Yeah.
So different nationalities follow different rules, and that's what we're going to get into. Okay, so that's Saturday. I don't think I'm teaching on Sunday. I think I got another day off this week. But then on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, unfortunately, I know that's a little late. That's what time it is now. I have a class every day, except for Friday. I have one at 6, which is 1 hour prior to when this one started. And of course, for those of you in the Middle East and Europe, I have 2 Saturday morning classes. Okay, if you guys want to see exactly when my classes are, here's something I recommend. Let me just find my teacher profile. Oh, we are slow today. Let's try that again. All right, let's try classes. Sorry guys, our website's a little slow right now. I'm having trouble getting it.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
When are you gonna do your class, your debate class?
Well, I've already done it.
The next week?
I don't know. I've got to look at my schedule to find out when I have time to do it next. While students like it, it's not one of my most popular classes. So I'm just trying to focus on the classes that everybody really, really wants to have right now. But I'll try and do another one in 2 weeks.
Okay, you're gonna do classes about pronunciation?
Well, here, let me stop you for a sec. I just gave you a link there to verbling/teachers/Simon. If you go to that page, it's going to have a list of all my classes coming up. Well, I should say not all of them. It'll show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the next 6 classes that I have. Okay? And the date and time. This is a good way to find out what's coming up. So I've got academic English coming up, public speaking class. Guys, take this class. It will help you be prepared for speaking in public and in your own company. Very valuable class. Then the Firkin files, idioms, and of course a game class. This is the best way for you guys to find out what I'm teaching and when. And of course it shows it in your local time.
2 a.m. Oh my God.
I apologize. I live in Canada on the east, and that's my time zone. I try to do the best I can, but I do have a day job, guys. This is my part-time job, and I have to focus on that job. So the earliest I can ever do is 5 o'clock Eastern time in the evenings, but I make that up by having early morning Saturday classes and sometimes early morning Sunday classes. Well, guys, I've run late. I'm holding you up from the other classes. The teacher's probably going, where is everybody? So, guys, have yourself a great night. I will hopefully see all of you guys on Saturday. If you want, follow me, and then you can get updates on what's coming up next.
Thank you, Simon.
Okay, see you, Simon.
Welcome, guys.
Bye-bye. I will follow you. Bye-bye.